Hello and welcome back to It's What I Do. If you've watched my recent videos, you're going to know that I've got a problem with one of our cats being rather predatory and stealing fish from the pond. It stole one of the new fish that I got from the koi show down in Detling, and I was somewhat angry, to say the least. Well, anyhow, to try and resolve the issue, I've fenced half the pond so that she can't get to the edge of it, which is like her main attack area, if you like. And to cover the other side of the pond, I've bought a water spray. And what I thought I'd do for this video is actually show you the unboxing of it and setting it up. And then we'll give it a little trial, and I'll report back to you on how it's doing once it's been set up a little while. So anyhow, let's get on with it. Right, this is the jet spray that I've bought. Cost me about £26 off of Amazon. So let's have a look, see what we've got inside. Oh. So, move the box out of the way. We've got a little instruction manual and the unit itself. Now, I have had a little read of the instruction manual. Let's put that there. So I do know roughly what I'm doing to set this up. So what we've got is we've got the spray head here. We've got the motion sensor unit there. We have an extension pole and the hose attachment, which couples up with a ground spike. Oh, right, I think I'm going to need the extension on there. So I'm going to fit that on, and to do that, what we do, we've got an attachment on the bottom here. We screw this into the thread there, get that tightened up into there, and then you tighten that bottom screw into there to tighten it. So that attaches like that. The ground spike, it's got two threads on there. You've got an outside thread and an inside thread. Now the inside thread is for the extension pole. The outside thread is if you don't want to use the extension pole and you want to screw it directly into the motion sensor. So we do want to use the extension, so we'll screw that straight into there. It's got a rubber O-ring sits on there to make the seal, so that will sit like that. On the bottom here we've got the quick connector for a hose pipe, and that's just a blank, so if you wanted to fit something on the other side you could do that. If you wanted to have a through pipe or something you was using the water, you could do that. It might actually be good if you had a trickle feed, because you could attach the hose to this side to the trickle feed and have your normal in pipe there. So that might be quite useful for some people. We then have the spray head, and that screws onto the top. Slacken that slightly, turn it round. Right, it doesn't really matter which way round the head is at the moment, because it spins right the way around with these clips. Now, I don't know if you can see it closely enough. To adjust the spray on this, it looks like there's only one clip there, but there's not. There's two, and they're separated. They're lined up at the moment and they separate. So what we need to do is very carefully lift this clip, and then as you can see, that spins right the way around, and then we separate those, bring that back to the center and put the clip back down, and that gives us our spray arc, so we can adjust those to shorten the spray arc. Like that. Now on the top of it we have a little dial for setting the distance you want the spray to go, if you can see that. It's very hard to judge whether you can see these very clearly, but that's how you adjust it anyhow on the top. Now I think I'm going to need it set around 1/3, so I'll put it to there to start with, but that's just a guess. That's the unit. Now it runs on 2 AA batteries. We'll have to slide that panel down, lift this front piece up, which is the battery cover, and then we can put 2 AA batteries into there. I'm using good quality batteries because I don't want to keep having to come out and change them. On the back of the unit we have the sensitivity for the motion sensor. So we have 0 is off, and it goes all the way around to 9, or just over 9. So we'll bring that down to 0 at the moment. We'll put our battery cover back in. There is a rubber seal on here, so you need to make sure you get it in firmly, which is easier said than done when you're trying to film it. Right, that's in. You can hear it triggering. I don't know if you can hear that click. It's actually triggering where I'm moving it around. Hear it? So that's actually triggering the valve at the moment, even though there's nothing connected to it. Okay, so that's the unit. Now where I'm thinking of putting it is going to be somewhere down here, in this part here, somewhere like that, because as I said, that area over there has got the fence around it. This area isn't, it's exposed, so I think if I put it somewhere around here, somewhere like that, that should give me quite a good coverage. Now I'll probably want to close those up a little bit because I don't want it coming that way, that far around. A little bit further. Right, I think that should about cover the area I want. Now I need to go and get a hose pipe and connect a hose pipe to it. I'm only going to connect it temporarily at the moment until I get the positioning correct, and then we'll see from there. That seems very wobbly to me. I don't know whether that will make any difference on the sensor, but we'll give it a try and we'll see. I might need to do something to firm that up, maybe put it against this or something, like the arch. That might support it a bit better, but we'll give it a try. So I'll go and connect the hose and we'll see what happens. Okay, so we're all connected up. It's sitting there, and if I trigger it, you can see that sprays out quite a bit of water. Plants don't seem to trigger it either, which is good. I was a little bit nervous about that. I thought the plants might trigger it, but it doesn't seem to. Neither does actually the wobble you've got on that, which is quite good. That needs something to physically pass into it to actually work. So yeah, that's quite good. It does wobble around a bit though. I'm not sure I like that. I might have to do something to firm that up a little bit. Put a bigger stake in or something. Oh yeah, it works. Now we've got to see whether it's effective against the cats or not. Hope it is. It certainly sprays the water out well. So there you go. That's the Defenders. That's what it's named. Defenders Jet Spray Pond and Garden Protector. So I'm just reading it off the box over there. About 26 quid from Amazon. All we've got to do now is, as I say, wait until we get something real, go across there and see whether it triggers it properly or not. It certainly does trigger. If I walk there, it's triggered. You see? So I'm just up here, by this area of the pond. Yeah. Question is whether it will trigger if something comes across over that section. The least likely area where the cats will be able to get to the fish, because you've got quite a bit of a drop and a gap between where the fish are to the edge of the pond. So hopefully they wouldn't be able to get to them there anyhow. And if they come to the edge of the pond, I'm pretty sure that will trigger. And there you go, it's just triggered from me pointing. I will probably have to adjust it a little bit. I'm fully expecting that, to get it to work properly and reliably. But I'm quite pleased with that at the moment. That seems to be quite good. Certainly triggers well when I move near it. Of course, the other thing now, which is going to be quite comical, is me remembering to turn it off when I come down by the pond. Otherwise I'm going to get soaked every time I do anything. But that should be quite comical. Whether I'll think that when it's freezing cold and I come down here and get soaked, I don't know. But yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. So that'll be about it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.